So let's begin. So today the main topic is the electron. So actually, this is really how I handle my burnout. If I, example, I'm making a service and focus on only this part is really making burnout because I'm every day thinking about that. So I need some kind of fresh air, and this is how I did. I like programming. So in a side project, I build what I really want to build. So this is really how I made like yesterday. It was really easy because I'm just using Shashi and using Terran CSS. This is actually not a website. This is Electron Desktop app. Since this is doesn't make it for the production. It's only development, and this is our did. So for the renderer, I use the React TSX. For the bundler, I use Webpack. I try to use some kind of Vite, but there was kind of compatibility issue on it, so I just used Webpack for it. So I just can just click it, whatever, and I can just manipulate the view of it. So I can just decrease the panel because my side project website is making a DB. So my last video, there's a bunch of video explaining B-tree. So B-tree is actually OR for this. So I'm gonna make some kind of database just for my own desktop. So I was like, well, so that could be not easy, but I can just try it. Not because we don't need some kind of big engineer for this small database. And while making those kind of application, what I learned was it was very strange. It was not really hard to make those kind of things, but there is no kind of ecosystem for Electron development, and this thing really made me really confused. There's no ecosystem for the Electron development, and I think the reason why is not really there is no big Electron development ecosystem is because there is no open source project, and I think this is the really big issue of it. We are front-end engineer. We learn how to do a React and Next.js and like even React Native and WebView, but desktop application there was not. So my genuine question was, people like desktop application engineer, they didn't choose to open source their project because most of this application is really company based. There's no side project based running up. So they chose to not open source their desktop application due to security issue of it. So I was like, well, it's not really hard to make some kind of open source project using Electron TSX. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna make some kind of open source project that tells about, well, front-end engineer can do it. Due to AI and a lot of things, the front-end engineer, they're gonna really like the front-end engineer, but only for UI. Like there's like front-end engineers, the two part of front-end engineers, those who couldn't design and those kind of things, like a publisher use front-end engineer, and like the rear engineer, like they know about like back-end sales degree, and those kind of who like UI design, we're just gonna replace. But also those who are really engineer, like front-end engineer, they're also gonna be replaced by the the senior or mid-level front-end engineer. But if it's like only for website, it could be what if this also Electron but React Native also WebView. I think there's gonna be more job of it. So this is really what I learned. This is really what I think about those kind of Electron-based ecosystem. So for the framework, I use Electron Forge rather than Electron Builder, because there was really kind of, how do I say it, boilerplate. There was really boilerplate file that made me confused. So Electron Forge gave me the less boilerplate and easy to maintain. So I chose Electron Forge. Like there's kind of Electron Beat whatever boilerplate, and that was really made me some kind of not angry, some kind of confused that actually the build part, Electron is multi-process. The build part here is only one process, the render process, and the render process is one thread, the main thread. All of the JavaScript, HTML, and CSS is being handled by there. But like making some kind of bunch of plugins is, I think that's not really worth it. This is gonna be cause stability issues. So I just chose the Webpack for stability. So if I open source this, I'm just gonna open it. So this is it. Have a nice day next time. Bye bye.